My name is Jordan Williams. This reflection is for Friday, March 5th, 2021, and I will be reflecting on Genesis chapter 37, 3 to 4. And in reading and reflecting on this passage, what stands out to me initially is that there are a lot of human emotions, and you have a father who you're not really supposed to, but he has a favorite son, and you have brothers who are jealous of this, and you have Joseph, who I think at that point maybe a little full of himself, to the extent that he doesn't recognize that it may be a bit off-putting to tell his brothers and his father about this dream that he had, that they're all going to bow down to him, and how they may be, offended by that. And they may look at this kid like, seriously? You're not even the oldest, and that's your father, and we're going to bow down to you? And then you have that jealousy and annoyance kind of coming to a head when they decide that we're just going to get rid of him. And ultimately, they decide to sell him into slavery. And from there, if you continue to read on, and I can imagine Joseph, who's looking at what he thought his life was going to be and his opportunity that he had, that he'd probably be running the show, and everyone in the context of he's the favorite son, he's probably going to be running the family, even though he's not the oldest, and that's how they would bow down to him. But that life and that opportunity was taken away from him. And I think about the past year that we've all had, and I imagine that we've all had to face a lot of adversity with the pandemic and everything that's gone on. And I'm sure we've all had some opportunities that we thought we would have there that were taken away. And to read further on into the story, what we see is that Joseph is put into situations that it continues to feel like opportunities are taken away from him. He went from being in slavery to being in prison, and through that, the one thing that stands out is that Joseph had an opportunity to be bitter and make selfish decisions, or at least decisions out of anger of his situation, and he continued to make the right decision. When he had the opportunity to warn the Pharaoh about the upcoming famine, he absolutely could have said, no, I'm not going to warn them. I'm a slave. I was enslaved, then I was in prison. Why should I help anyone out? But he chose to do the right thing and warn them of the dream that he had, that there was going to be a famine, and through this, Egypt was able to prosper, and it saved a lot of people a lot of struggling and starvation. And he ultimately was able to help out his family and his brothers after maybe giving them a little bit of a hard time towards the end. But he ultimately was able to be in a situation where everyone prospered by making the right decision. And it kind of brings it home to me that as long as you do the right thing, continue to make good decisions, even though you can't see God's plan, as long as you continue to live the way that God and Jesus had intended us to live, you will ultimately be, right where you're supposed to be, and things will probably work out. Thank you.